Two little piggies, and what they have feared. Hi, it's Dawn here at Stickletown, and for once the sun isn't blazing down. We've had some rain. It's a very damp grey day today, which is nice because it means the moisture's actually soaking into the ground where it's needed. I'm just here in the polytunnel. I'll show you around in a sec. This is polytunnel number 1, and yeah, it all had a good watering the other evening. So let me switch the camera around and then I can show you what's happening in here. Right, the French beans. I've picked several bunches of the French beans. They're coming on great now. There's some more youngsters, but yeah, they are really coming on well. These beans are they're called a yard long bean, and they are just starting to ramble up. I've only got a few of them on the go, but they do produce a nice bean. Got some more lettuce in, but I've lost a few of them to slugs. These lettuces that went in the other week, we just can't eat them fast enough, so I'm just continually sowing lettuce, because a few of these are actually starting to bolt. The sweet potatoes, these ones I grew on this year from a shop bought sweet potato, and they're really coming on great. This little bed, I'm going to top it off with some compost and sand, and I'm going to sow some carrots in it. That is the plan for that one. And the asparagus bed, the asparagus I've now finished picking. Got some self-sown sweet peas. They're self-sown from last year. Got them and them over there. They're doing sort of really well. Right, up on this other side, we have got, let me just pinch that out while I see it, a rogue potato in the corner, which has been there for some years, and I keep sort of digging up potatoes, and we do keep eating them, but obviously I'm missing one all the time and it keeps throwing out. Tomatoes are coming on great. This one needs tying up, but yeah, the tomatoes are all coming on well. Most of them have set fruit now, so this needs tying up. Most of them have set fruit, so I'm now starting to feed them. And of course we've got a good mix of tomatoes this year, so I'm constantly going around pulling out side shoots. They just seem to appear overnight. But yeah, we've got lots and lots of tomatoes coming on, which is really good. So just waiting for them really to start ripening up. A patty pan squash, it was a spare one, I popped in there and it's become a bit of a monster. Basil, which I got planted in between marigolds. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way the tomatoes are going. I'll have to come round and tie them all up a bit more. And over on this side there's a few spare tomato plants. I hadn't planned on putting any tomato plants in here, but I had some spares, and well, they can just go in. Some more beans there, cucumber, and there's another cucumber there. I need to start to train up the string there. These are all peppers, and they've all been flowering like mad. So they're just starting to set their little fruits, so I need to start feeding those. There's only 5 spare tomato plants along there, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how the peppers are coming on. And these 3 here are gherkins, and there's some more beans down the end. I've got a bit of an empty space here. I haven't really got anything ready to put in it, so that's this polytunnel. Now, talking of polytunnels, this is why I'm going to do carrots in there, because these are sort of pretty abysmal this year, and it's the same with the parsnips over there. I have started picking courgettes. I'm trying to block it off because Paige, our dog, she loves to go in and eat veg, so I'm trying to block off. I've got some weeding to do down this path, serious weeding to do. But talking of polytunnels, let me just take you round here. I have successfully negotiated with a neighbour down the road to buy a polytunnel frame off them. And I believe it is between the sizes of my short ones and my really big one. But I think it's the same width. And my plan is it's going to go here, near the goat house. But yeah, it's going to go here. The frame, it has been standing there for quite a few years. These are my squashes. They're winter celebration squashes, really coming on great. Yeah, the frame has been, I'll tell you about it as I walk down, because I need to let the ducks out. Has been, I've seen it standing there for quite a few years, and we've asked before about buying it. And the old gentleman has always said no. So I saw his wife, Susan, at the farmer's market that I was running over the past few months. And she now thinks her husband would be in a position to agree to sell it. So I've made an offer, and my offer's been accepted. So now we've just got to go down and collect the frame, pay her the money of course, collect the frame and bring it up. I did think we could actually bring it up already assembled and just walk it up the hill, but Martin's very reluctant to do that, so it's probably going to be partially dismantled, put on the back of one of the lorries and brought up like that. So this will be polytunnel number 4. Let this motley crew out. Okay. Then I've got a bit of a duck story to tell you. Who's going out today? You lot, I think. They're taking turnabout. See little Gimpy there, my bent chicken. He's been like that since he hatched out, and he's never straightened up. My friend named him Gimpy. He's like a little hunchback of Notre Dame. But he seems happy enough, but I think he might be a cockerel, so if he is, he will be going in the pot. Anyway, I digress. Here we go, new little run here. Let me see if I can show you. disturb her anymore. Our mama duck, who'd been sitting on eggs, they started hatching the other day. You saw one of the little ducklings there. And so far we'd had 4 hatch. One of the ducklings drowned. They were in that duck house and we were keeping everybody shut in that run. One of the little ducklings drowned in the big thing of water there. And 2 of them got trampled to death by all these big ducks. So last night we decided the one surviving duckling we had, and she was still sitting on eggs, so the one surviving duckling we had, we captured. We set this little house up, and as you can see, alpacas have all been sheared. Just wanted to show you, all been sheared. Nice alpacas. And we took the chance of scooping up the nest with the eggs that was left in it, rehoming it over there, and popping her back in with them. And with the little one, I didn't know whether she'd go back onto the nest or whether she'd abandon it because we'd moved it. When Martin checked this morning, little one was tucked under his mum and she was sitting fast on the nest, and that's where she is now, sitting on the nest. So it was a chance, it was a case of move them so that they didn't get trampled by all these big ducks. Just leave them to their own devices. But yeah, so we took the chance and she hasn't abandoned, so we'll just hope another few. I think she's got 8 eggs left there to hatch, so we'll just see. No, there's not 8. 6 left there to hatch, so we'll just see if she manages to hatch at least another couple. Anyway, at least the little duckling is safe. Anyway, back to this polytunnel. So yes, got a new polytunnel frame coming. There's no plastic with it, and I showed you where I plan to put it. I don't plan to, 4 polytunnels might seem a bit excessive, but I don't plan to plant in the ground in this polytunnel. I'm going to use it for a completely different purpose. My idea is, I like growing flowers, I like propagating, growing on from seed, and all that sort of thing. So putting the polytunnel here, my plan is we'll have membrane all over the ground, so there'll be no planting in the ground. And I'm going to walk back around to the other polytunnel. You alright, Bunty? I'm out of breath a bit now. And walk down there and back up again. So yeah, so the plan is I'm going to use it as somewhere that I can propagate, where I can grow plants on, growing seeds, and all that sort of thing. Look, Paige also likes the peas, so I'm having to box in around the peas to keep her off. Right. Block the polytunnel door to keep her out. So this is the big polytunnel, or the long one I should say. I didn't count how many hoops this other polytunnel had, but I have a feeling it's just a couple of hoops shorter than this one. So anyway, my plan is when we get it up here and we get it covered, this staging, I'm going to take out this polytunnel and it's going to get moved over to there. So that will be more of a workroom and somewhere where I can grow on lots of the seeds and the things I propagate, and yeah, so, and all the pots and everything will all go over there. And then this I can take up part of this ground covering. I'll keep a narrow path here, perhaps to about that width. Yeah, that'll be wide enough for me. And then the rest of it can go over to being another grow bed. That is the plan. Yeah, Martin wasn't that impressed when I told him we were getting another polytunnel, because I had said all along, no, there must be caterpillars somewhere. I need to have a good check round and find them. I know they're here. Yeah, so it's that's been massacred as well, so I need to get that out of the ground. Yeah, so that is the plan for the 4th polytunnel. So there can be no mad rush to crack on with it. It will just be, you know, a project that can be done over winter. As you can see, my peas there on that side are all on the floor. That is Paige. Paige does that. She comes in here, pulls the peas down and eats them. So we're going to have to make a proper little half door to go on here to keep her out. The strawberries that I got reduced, they're all in hanging troughs here. Sweet corn's coming on. Potatoes are doing well. Little turnips are all coming on. In this case, bigger turnips. Need to get some more planted in there, or sown in there. Yeah, so I'm going to have a complete new growing section down there, and most of this will move into the other polytunnel. So that's that bit of news. Other news, as I showed you, alpacas have been sheared. We've had the duckling crisis to sort out. And I think that's about it. I'm working through my flower seeds and getting them sown, because some of them, they're perennials. Some of them have got to be sown now. The peas that I sowed, they're all just starting to push up, which is quite nice. I'll replace all the ones that Paige has got. I'm going to be going through, as you can see, I'm tidying and organising pots, but I'm going to be going through a lot of this, getting rid of. I have been pulling up weeds as well. They're all sitting here waiting to be got shot off. I've got the water pump going again. And this is all watercress. Lots of watercress coming up. It's all self-sown. This celery's all got to come out. I've got onions down here, which really, I suppose I should, they've all been bent over and trampled by a Paige dog. So really I could do with clearing this area and getting it replanted up. She is a madam, a real madam. Let's hook you back in there. And of course the fruit tunnel, that's all doing fine. I'll show you that on my next video. And I think most of this, because it's really starting to bolt as I'm harvesting it, I think a lot of it I'm going to pull out, feed to the goats. Look at him there. Sorry. Big fat caterpillar. Most of this here is fine, so I think I'll just have to get some more broccoli, sprouts, cauliflower, and these are all cabbages, so these are all okay. And then perhaps just fill all of that end with them. I've got a bit of weeding to get done. I have put a few squash plants here in and monster corn. There's a couple of more there. Yeah, so it's all coming on well. The garlic's about ready to harvest, but I'm waiting for our next dry spell now. There's garlic there and garlic there. Oh, there's more onions out here, leeks, rhubarb's coming on well, that was moved. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. So I'm going to sign off here. Take care everybody, and I'll catch up with you next week.